Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Lee. Welcome back to Sweetbriar and welcome to Dollars and Cents. As you all know by now, our class is going to be remote this term. It'll have both synchronous and asynchronous components, so I wanted to take a minute to go through the syllabus with all of you so we're all on the same page. First off, if you ever need to get a hold of me, the best way is by email. My email is dlee@sbc. However, if you prefer text or calling, I've set up a Google Voice number. Like I said, this course is going to have synchronous and asynchronous components. The asynchronous components will be you watching lecture videos like you're doing right now. The synchronous components are going to be online via Zoom Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 11 Eastern Time. You should have already received a calendar invite, and later in this video we'll be going over what those components might look like. So I wanted to take a minute and talk about how this class is going to look different. So caveat emptor, which is Latin for buyer beware, this is not the standard incarnation of CORE180 that we've been developing. It's going to look different, and the reason it's going to look different is really I am making a good faith effort to treat everyone fairly given the circumstances of this 3-week term. And so that means we're going to have Zoom meetings, like I said, Tuesdays and Thursdays, but also a lot of these asynchronous video lectures, which you can work on whenever you want. And because we're going to have this strange 3-week term, if anyone needs an alternative arrangement, please reach out to me using those platforms we discussed on the last slide and let me know. Finally, I really want to take this time to encourage you all to be good citizens, not only to the world at large, but specifically to our Sweetbriar friends, colleagues, and peers. So if you, while you're either on campus or elsewhere, notice someone struggling, please do your part to lend a hand. Regarding the course overall, this is a leadership course, and women leading in all ways and all walks of life need a solid understanding of financial topics and how to evaluate economic arguments. And that's really the goal of CORE180. It's to provide this broad understanding of both economic and logical concepts. So this is really a foundational course for both systems and mechanisms, as well as personal financial literacy. Now, this is going to be interesting to you all because financial literacy is more than just ones and zeros. It's really about interrogating your own assumptions and thinking about what choices are right for you. So as you think about what choices are right for you, you're going to start to understand the lens through which economists view the world, this lens of costs and benefits. Hopefully in the process, we're going to expand your vocabulary and your understanding of markets. And by the end of the course, we'll have a plan for your financial future. Now, because this is such a short course and because it's such a broad and foundational course, we're not going to have any required materials. However, there are going to be lots of different texts and readings, daily readings that will be posted to Canvas. On top of that, I really recommend that you seek out a good economics dictionary. And if anyone doesn't have stable internet, please reach out to me immediately so we can come up with an alternative path forward. So with an eye towards these readings, you are responsible for checking Canvas daily. Canvas is going to be where there are going to be lecture notes, links to these videos, information on assignments. In addition, you'll be able to check your grades somewhat, although because the course goes so quickly, they'll be up and down before we even notice. Most of our assignments will be submitted over Canvas, although there is one assignment that will be submitted over email. We'll address that at the end of this lecture. We also are going to have one midterm exam. That exam will be posted over Canvas and you'll submit it on Canvas. Most of your homeworks are going to look like article evaluations. We have readings daily. These readings are supposed to tie together the concepts from these lectures to your own personal life and financial choices and broad concepts beyond that. Now, though you are required to read everything that's posted to Canvas, once a week you should evaluate one of those readings. It can be your favorite one, it can be your least favorite one. It's completely your choice which of that week's readings you choose to evaluate. And the evaluation, which will be submitted over Canvas, will include a summary of the article, why it's an important question, an identification of the argument that's presented in that article, and then a critical evaluation of the argument using some of the principles we'll be discussing in class. These will be due in Canvas on Thursday before our synchronous Zoom session, because we'll be using that Thursday class to talk about all of that week's readings. This brings me to our point about synchronous participation, which is I expect you to participate in both our Tuesday and Thursday classes. Tuesday classes we'll be using to really nail down and help you guys understand these lecture videos a little bit more, and Thursday classes will be discussion sections where we talk about your readings. Finally, we have a final project in this class. The final project is going to be to design a budget for yourself using these principles that we're learning throughout the 3-week. This final project has 2 due dates, a rough draft, and then the actual final. Details will be made available over Canvas. This brings me to my last and final point, which is because we're working remotely, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to get to know all of you. On Tuesday, the 11th, you need to send me an introductory email. And this email should use the principles of good email outlined in your first reading. It should also include this syllabus contract. So you need to say in your email that you have read the syllabus and agree to the policies it outlines. So with that, I look forward to talking to you all in our Zoom session this Tuesday. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I look forward to having you in my class.